Hello dear students, today I am going to introduce you with my son Arihan. He is a student of 6th standard. So today as we are going to learn the social etiquettes that we should follow, I thought of just introducing him to you too because he had some related questions which today I am going to answer. So here we go. Arihan will just pick up a slip from here and he'll give it to me and I'll try to answer his questions. So are you ready to see this game? So here we go. Arihan, please pick up a slip. Okay, in the first slip we have got always wish and appreciate your helpers. So Arihan, I would like to tell you that whenever there is a helper like a maid working in the home or any other helper that comes to help you out, always wish the helpers. Whatsoever is position of a person, it doesn't matter until it is a human being and you need to wish them because they are elder from you. So you should always wish them, like if they are coming in the morning, say good morning or namaste, whatever you want to say, and always thank them for helping you. Okay? Is it right?
Okay, I will do it.
Yeah. So you should wish your helpers always. Okay. In this box we have put the slips of do's and don'ts. So some of the slips will be of the do's and some will be of don'ts. So please pick up the second slip. So let's see what he has found out. Find positive in everyone. Every person has good or bad in him, isn't it? Don't you always feel that everyone has good points too and the bad points too? So the mantra is avoid their negativity and just think what positive they are having and try to catch that positive and try to implement it in your life too. If you are not following certain positive rules, try to follow them. But ignore the negativity of a person. Okay?
Okay.
Now pick up the next slip. The next slip is making an apology. So it is again like with your friends. Whenever you play with your friends, anytime clashes happen with your friends, isn't it? You fight with your friends sometime. So it's better to apologize when you feel that it is your mistake. Don't be shy. Just make an eye contact and say directly, I am really sorry because I did this wrong and I was not aware of it. So always go ahead and apologize for your mistakes. Okay? Not in such case if you are not guilty, but then also you can forgive the other person who is guilty. If he or she is apologizing to you, you can say, okay, I understand, no problem, we will be friends again. Fine?
Okay, I will do it.
Good. So pick up this next slip. I am really enjoying the game with you, Arihan. I hope you are learning something new. Proper phone manners. Now this every child should know, right? Because nowadays we are seeing that what generally happens whenever parents go to a certain place, the kids are always behind their phones and they want to grasp the phone and just play games on it. Isn't it, Arihan?
Yes.
You also do this sometimes, isn't it? So this is a bad manner. Never do this thing, at least when you are going somewhere or when you are at some place. Don't do this thing because parents, you also know that parents can't forward you over there. So just let them do their job and do not be a spoil sport. So do your things, sit properly, show the good manners in you. Okay? And the phone manners should be like that. Only use the phone whenever there is a necessity or whenever you want to do your work. Don't use it as a play. Okay? Because physical exercise is the best exercise. And playing video games is not good for your health too. Do you understand this?
Okay, I will understand this.
Okay. Now pick up the next slip. Now the next one is be a good guest. So it is very important, dear students and Arihan, for you to be a good guest. Whenever you go to any of your friend's house, or your parents' friend's house or relatives' house, be a good guest. Be patient over there. Don't just go and rush and do nonsense over there. there are certain rules that you should follow for being a good guest, you know. So now I'll tell you that when you go to somebody's home, how you should behave over there. Okay. First of all, your parents will introduce you to them or their children, right? So how can you behave if you are meeting uncle and auntie for the first time in a day? You can say namaste auntie, or you can touch their feet, or if you feel that they are not this much close to you, you can simply wish them like good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever time you are reaching them. Okay, and you can just remember to make an eye contact while doing this. Say if I'll introduce you to their children, how will you behave? They'll say hello, you will say
Hi.
you will say, give a good handshake, you will say hello, not bigger handshake or just like this only, but just a formal handshake, and you can say hello, how are you? Can you ask this thing?
Yes.
How will you say? Hello, hello,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm also fine. Thank you.
So you can ask them further questions. You can make an eye contact. You can ask them further questions. So how are your holidays going on? After this, if they will ask you to come with them to their room, you can take the permission of your parents. Mama, he's calling me. Can I go to his room? So if your mother or father allows you, yes, you can go. Then you can move on with your friend to play. But if your father and mother don't feel too close and don't allow you to go inside, you can say, we'll sit here and we'll go later on. Okay? Depends upon the family where you are going. So sometimes you need to listen to your parents too regardingly. Okay? And the next thing is, don't, when you go to certain places, into somebody's home, don't just get up and run about here and there and just start searching about the new things what they are having at their home. So at that time you need to show your manners. The parents' image is also on stake, right? Because the other people judge your parents on your behavior. If you behave properly, how you are behaving over there, how you are reacting at their home, they'll judge your parents also accordingly. So be patient, be calm down at that time. Don't be so impatient. Don't be just reach out to the things. If they serve you, first say thank you. Then only just pick up a single thing, whatsoever you like. Pick up a single time and say thank you so much, auntie, for this thing. And you can also extend your hand. You can also ask them to help. Like you can say, may I help you to serve this? So you can help that person also. Okay? This will show that how good you are. Fine? And you are, aren't you?
I'm good.
So you can show this. Okay? So be patient. Don't run about like here and there. Don't search about their things. Don't be messy over there. And don't be just do things of your choice. Okay? And don't even always when your mother or your father is talking with their parents, don't just pull them or push them or say, Mama, let's go home. Or this is also comes in bad manners. You just have to wait. Okay? You don't just have to scream and say, no, I want to go back home. Such children do such things. And it is really a bad manner. You should avoid certain things. Fine?
Fine.
Okay. Now pick up the next slip. Let's see what's coming up next. Be a good sport, winning or losing. So my dear students and Aryan, it is very important you participate in many sports, isn't it?
Yes.
I still remember last year you participated in declamation competition and you forgot few of the lines and you could not get the prize and you started crying after the competition, isn't it? So my dear son, it is very important to be a good sport. You should participate full-heartedly and give your best in every sport. But it doesn't matter, you win or you lose. You always learn something new, isn't it? You learned something. For the first time you participated in the declamation competition and you learned so much and you gained so much of the experience, and the real winning is the experience that you have got, right? And it is not just what you have got the medal over there or not. It doesn't matter because you have gained the experience over there. So it is very important to be a good sport and don't be disheartened in case you have lost it. Okay? Right? So, and also at that time you can go to the participant who has won and you can shake hands and say to him, Very good, very well done. That's why you won. Okay, so you can be a good sport for that person too. Fine. Pick up the next step. Now the next is, don't enter a closed door without knocking. So my dear students, it is very important whenever any person has closed his or her door, do not open the door without the permission. Always just knock on the door first and ask for the permission. Only the person when opens the door get inside. Otherwise, that the closed door means that you are not permitted to go inside. Right?
Fine.
Pick up the next slide. Now the next one is, don't speak negative about anyone and show gratitude. As I told you, there are many negativities and positivities in each of the person. So if you don't like any of the quality of anyone, don't share the negative qualities. It give a bad impact. Even it give your bad impact, because the other person will think that he is talking something negative behind his back, any other person's back. So it doesn't give a good impression of yours too. So never ever talk negative about any person, and always if you want to talk about somebody, talk positive. So it will also make you a good person, and your friend circle will also enhance, and you will gather a lot of friends, and all will be good with you too. Okay? Pick up the next slip. Accept no for answers. So my dear Arihant, it is also very important. Then sometimes due to some compulsion, parents have to say no to you. Like whenever we go out, or we go for a movie, or we go for just to a mall for shopping for certain things. Sometimes you also like something, a game or certain things which you want to have. And many children do the same way. They even go on the floor and cry loudly that I want this, want this. So it is very bad. It just to throw a tantrum is it looks really bad. And you should know, when your parents say no to you, that really means that they can't do this, they can't afford this. Or so accept the no also. When your parents say no to you, try to understand their situation and accept the no also. You can't just play foul games over there, right? I know that you are a good child and you never do this thing, but it is for everyone that you should not do this thing. You should not put your parents in such a situation that is embarrassing for them. If your parents say no to you, always accept it, because they are elder from you and they know better that what is good for you and what is wrong for you. Okay? Now the next slide. The next one is, don't interrupt the elders unless it is emergency. So one more thing I would like to tell you, whenever your parents are talking, not only your parents, some elders also, it can be your teacher also, or anybody elder, or your friends also, when they are talking to each other, don't interrupt them. Okay? Don't interrupt them, because they might be talking something serious, and you can't just go and create attention to yourself at that time. The best thing is, like suppose your mother is talking to anybody, any of her friends. So what you can do, you can, if it is an emergency, you can just come and you can just touch her. You can just put your hand over here, so that your mother understand that you want to talk something to her. And if it is an emergency, you can just say, Mom, excuse me mom, it's an emergency. Okay, then your mother will leave that thing if it is not important and listen to you. And if it is not emergency, you can just avoid it for some time till the talk is over. Never just rush on and just come screaming and shouting and say and just interrupt and say something. Okay, it is a bad manner. In the same case, when the teacher is saying something or explaining the chapter, just wait for your turn, and when the teacher is over, she has done her part, then get up and or raise her hand and ask, ma'am, I have a query, I have a question, can you please answer my question? So likewise you can ask your questions. So this is a good manner. Okay, let's pick up the next slide. The next one is, don't speak with your mouth. Many times this thing happen whenever I'm in this class and I see that kids are just in the break also they are playing and they have filled their mouth with all the food and they are talking with each other. So this is absolutely an absurd habit. You can't just talk with your mouth full, and if there is emergency, sometimes if suppose anybody asks you a question and your mouth is all full with the food, what will you do? You can just do this and say him or her to wait a little bit, and then you can finish your food and then answer the question. So it is never an emergency to answer with your mouth full. You can just stop a little bit, otherwise also the other person will not understand with your mouth full. So the good habit says that never answer anybody or never talk when your mouth is full with food. Pick up the next slip. We are about to finish now. Here it is, offer help to elders and aged. So as you are kid and now you are growing up, you are in 6th standard and my class students are in 5th standard, they are grown up now. You can extend a helping hand, right? Whenever you see, when you are crossing a road, if an aged person is crossing from there or walking and he is not able to cross the road, you can just help them. If a lady is carrying heavy load of things and going back to her home and carrying that and it is hard for her, you can just extend a helping hand and pick one at least bag for her and help her to go move back home, right? So you can extend your helping hands always to the elders. In the same way, if you are sitting in on any place and suddenly somebody comes and you are sitting and he is elder than you or she is elder than you, you can vacate your seat and offer your seat to them, right? So please ma'am, sit here, you can say, or any aged people you can say please sit here, and it also comes in etiquettes. The next slip. The next one is never use foul language. Avoid the foul language. Many of bigger children are using foul language. If you hear anybody also using a foul language, don't just copy them because it is a bad thing. Don't use that language. Don't learn that language. Just avoid it. Don't follow it. That what does it mean or not. Just avoid that language and don't use it because it gives your bad impression. Fine. The next one. The next is always say thank you and please. So it is very important whenever you are being helped by anybody, you can say thank you to that person, and not only thank you. I give you one more mantra that whenever you say thank you to somebody, just say that like if somebody has lended you a pencil, you can say thank you dear for lending your pencil to me. It was really helpful. Not only thank you, but you can attach certain of your feelings too with it. So the other person will also feel great. Okay? And if you have done something wrong, say sorry. And if you are really in need of something, say please. Don't hesitate to use these words. Always use these words. Okay? I hope you have learned all the good qualities and what all you should do and what you should not do, and you will follow them in your life. Okay, Aryan?
Okay.
You will follow them?
Yes, I will follow them.
Thank you so much. Thank you and bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.